Hi, welcome to Transmissions from the Transgender Battleground. I'm CatLady762, and as always, if you like this video, please hit the little buttons to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Today, I want to talk about why I chose to join the organization Gender Dysphoria Alliance. Also, from this video forward, I will be putting a verbal disclaimer in all of my videos that the views expressed are strictly of myself, CatLady762, and do not necessarily represent the organization Gender Dysphoria Alliance. For anyone that is unfamiliar, Gender Dysphoria Alliance is an organization that seeks to educate and advocate about the topic of gender dysphoria and those of us that have experienced gender dysphoria. Unfortunately, Gender Dysphoria Alliance has been accused of being transphobic. But then a lot of things and people are accused of being transphobic nowadays, so much so that I feel like it has lost pretty much all meaning as a word. In my opinion, gender dysphoria is a mental health condition. Transition is a potential treatment of that condition. It is also a very extreme treatment, especially when you talk about medical transition. But even social transition can be extreme. In my experience, transition impacts pretty much every aspect of your life. Now, I am somebody who suffered from gender dysphoria for the majority of their life. It was strongest from early childhood through my college years. I fully expected transition to be very quickly following my graduation from college. Surprisingly, though, once I was out of college, I found that my dysphoria became more manageable. And I was able to manage it for many, many years until I wasn't. And then I sought transition. And I consider myself fortunate that, in my opinion, transition has considerably reduced my dysphoria to levels that are even lower than it was when I felt it was being managed. But I understand that dysphoria is different for a lot of people. And transition is not necessarily the best treatment for everybody that has dysphoria. The trans narrative, though, as it stands right now, is contradictory on the topic of dysphoria. On the one hand, a lot of times you'll be told, oh, you have dysphoria, you must be trans. Almost like the two are synonyms. But then on the other hand, you're told that you don't need to have dysphoria to be trans. Again, my view is that for most of my life, I was a man that experienced gender dysphoria. I was not somebody that was always trans. I was not always a trans woman. I became a trans woman at the point in which I actively transitioned as a treatment for my gender dysphoria. Again, fortunate that it helped. But I also understand that it's important to have as much robust information and understanding of the conditions that we have as possible. I do believe that not everybody experiences dysphoria in the same way. I believe that there are different routes to dysphoria for different people. And I believe that there are people that have dysphoria for whom transition is not going to lead to a satisfactory resolution of that dysphoria. I believe that the best way forward is for there to be research and information available about dysphoria. I believe that understanding as much as we can about what is driving us to seek this very radical treatment can lead to better outcomes. I am not going to sit here and say that no one should ever transition. That would be hypocritical of me. However, I do think that there's differences in why people choose to transition and how successful transition can really be about treating dysphoria. Transition is not a one-size-fits-all solution to dysphoria. And dysphoria is not just a blanket term that is the same for everybody that experiences it. Gender Dysphoria Alliance is important to me because I want there to be information out there about dysphoria. I want there to be information about treatment for dysphoria. I want there to be better understanding of dysphoria. I don't want there to just be a blanket catch-all of, oh, you're trans. No, that's some of my personal reasons for wanting to be part of this organization. I believe in the mission of this organization. I believe that it is important. I believe that people with dysphoria are important, and we need to have the best, most robust information out there. And it doesn't help if some of it is shouted down as transphobic. Thank you.